excited for the season to begin. I've been waiting for it for a couple of months, especially with the transfer window that the teams have had. I think it's going to be a brilliant start to the season. Also, I think United, I'll be happy if they contend for the title, like really challenge this time. Um, and I think that's the best we can ask for since we've had a great transfer window as well. Uh, I think the scoreline at like against Leeds should be about 2-0. I think that's fair with our defense.
Am I excited for the new season? Damn right I am. I'm really looking forward to this new season, especially with the signings we have made. Jadon Sancho, Rafael Varane. Like, can't believe we got them in this window itself. So I'm buzzing for the new season. How far we'll go in this season? I think we should target both the domestic cups and let's go a longer distance in the Champions League as well. And score predictions against Leeds 3-1 for Manchester United. Mason Greenwood, Anthony Martial, and Bruno Fernandes with a penalty.
Hello boys. So new season is almost here and I'm very excited about the new season as we have signed two very good players. They are world class players and I think we have a good set of players now. The expectation is top 4 is minimum and I think we should be competing for the titles now. And I'm expecting us to have a good run in the Champions League, at least semi-finals. And then about the Leeds game, I think I'm predicting us to win the game by 3 goals to 1.
Season 21-22, really excited to watch United play in front of the Old Trafford spectators. In terms of trophies, I expect United to win Premier League at least, or a domestic trophy and challenge for that Premier League. Uh, go till the semis or the quarterfinals of Champions League, and that should be achievable with the squad depth that we have. Or the first game against Leeds, we should be winning it 3-1 with goals from Bruno, Greenwood, and Marshall. Really excited. Glory, Man United.
Hello, guys. It's been for a while. Really excited for the new season after signing Jadon Sancho and the Champions League. After 8 years of suffering and up and downs, up by a manager or the board, such a huge overall in over 3.5 years of spend. So I feel we should win the Champions League. It's a bad season for me because top 4 shouldn't be priority for the club like Man United. Talking about Leeds game, strong 4-0 win. That's it.
Welcome back to the podcast of the Voices of the Devils. With me is Roshan, with me is PC, and we are here to get the season started. And oh my god, the excitement is on another level. The first match on the weekend, and who better than Leeds it to be? So what is up with that? What is up with that picture, Roshan? What are your thoughts about that? Firstly, so what is the pre-build-up? I wanted to know. Then we'll come with the pictures and structure about that.
Manchester United versus Leeds United is a rivalry that goes across decades, across generations. It spans way before football itself. You know, obviously you had Lancashire against Yorkshire, the War of the Roses as is known in England. So you could say it's certainly, you know, the football translation of that. And every time they meet up, it's fireworks regardless, whether it's last season's 6-2 thrashing at Old Trafford or whether it's back at 2009 when Jermaine Beckford knocked Manchester United out of the FA Cup in the third round itself. I remember watching that game and I was stunned. I didn't know how much it meant to see that kind of loss, so I studied up on it and it was just unreal. Like how the United fan base reacted to it was mad. So this is one that always has history behind it, and to start the season against Leeds at home, it's like in front of the Old Trafford crowd, it's going to be unreal. It's going to be immense.
It's already ringing in my ears, like the chants, the Marshall chants, and the Cavani chants. Even though I'm not a big fan of Marshall, but still the chant is.
Yeah, I was about to say, even the Marshall chant.
Whether your opinion on the players, the songs that come up for these guys is always top notch from the fans.
Absolutely, it's top notch.
Definitely.
But
so imagine like 70,000 people, unreal.
Yeah, fair enough. Like the Stretford end will be the loudest, I feel, again, as always. So there is no doubt about that thing. And talking about Stretford and coming to the main thing, that is the lineup for our Manchester United. So what do you think, guys? Like, who should start at the front? Like, should it be Martial, or because like Cavani hasn't been there and he's just coming back to the training, and also he has got the extended weekend, and also what is that with starting? Who will be the
I
number 9?
think I think Marshall has a very big and golden opportunity at his hands right now where Cavani got an extended holiday. He's still not in the country. I think he's due to come back tomorrow.
Yeah.
Then there is Rashford who just had his surgery. So Marshall is the only striker we have right now who can play up top, who has scored for us in the past. I think he should just put the last season behind him and start afresh. I really think he has something in him, and this is his probably his last chance, like we've already discussed before. This is probably his last chance to prove
To
that
make us
he's
stay
worth
unimpressed,
keeping.
Ole, to be honest.
Yep, yep.
Because I definitely feel like Ole has trusted him on a very high scale, because he trusted him last season. He trusted him before that. When Ole came, he was for sure assured that Marshall will be leading the line for him. He let Lukaku go out to Inter, and
And
rest of
Marshall did come
It was
good
it was a
the
big
next season.
decision for that.
absolutely. That was the biggest season what he had in his a United
Yeah.
jersey. And talking about the lineup, I feel like we will stick to a 4-2-3-1 on the first day itself, because Sancho is
Yeah.
there, but he won't be starting because of the that he hadn't had more than 2 training sessions, if I'm not wrong.
Pretty much,
So
yeah. He's only had one
Yeah,
individual training session that we've
absolutely.
seen on Twitter. It's
like
probably got
Ole
a
had
couple of
said,
recoveries like that.
he will make it on the bench, I feel.
Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. And
Yeah.
talking about the second signing, that is Rafael Varane, I don't feel he should start, because it's very early stage and it takes time for him to adapt. But if he
First of
starts,
all,
I'm
I don't
first of
definitely
think
all,
he's
going for the
ready.
Giants.
First of all, I think we need to wait for tonight. Like we're obviously we're shooting this
Absolutely.
on the Wednesday, so we need to wait for tonight because apparently the announcement could be tonight at the very
Yep.
latest tomorrow. So these next
Yep.
24 hours are going to be important for that. I think in terms of registration for the fixture, he has to be registered on the Friday at 12 p.m. English time. So
Yep.
I think that will happen. But yeah, Varane is most likely going to stay on the bench. It's going to stick with Maguire and Lindelof in the center.
So exactly what's the can you just clarify what's the time difference which is required for the player to get registered? Is there anything, a fixed timeline, or how it works?
There are certain deadlines that have to be registered for, especially in terms of signings. That if you
Mhm.
want to if you want to confirm a player for your match day squad, especially after transfer windows and all that, they have to be registered on the day before the first game
I
week,
guess it is
or at the
36 or
very
24 hours. I'm not sure, but
something like that. 30,
yeah.
36 hours at the very latest.
Yeah.
Something like that. But yeah,
Guys,
for this week it's
he,
Friday 12 p.m. GMT.
Yep.
So
he had his
he's
medical
registered before that.
yesterday.
He's had a part of the
I don't
medical
think
yesterday.
he's
He's going to
match
do that
fit.
today. Yeah, exactly.
Is he match fit?
Yeah.
Probably
Rafael
not.
Varane match
He's
fit?
been exercising at home doing his stuff, but he's not actually
Yeah,
come into the
yeah.
team just
Like,
yet. So I think that
Yeah,
might
yeah,
happen
because
later.
exactly.
I haven't heard a player giving the medicals and coming directly into the main line without having the training session.
It's
and
not
all
going to
that.
happen.
So
It's not going to happen.
yeah, even if
Yeah.
we wish to have him, it's not possible. So I would feel like the backline would be damn stable when it comes to the centre back pairing. It will be Maguire and Lindelof leading the line, and also Aaron Wan-Bissaka and Shaw would be the go-to players, I feel, on the wings. And in front of them will be the pairing of McTominay and Fred, is we all know. And number 10, we do not have to talk much about it because it is assured
There's no
position.
doubt.
So Bruno Fernandes owns that. And only the thing is who will be playing as the attacking attacking wingers or the attacking midfield aim kind of
I
I
position.
think
just
it's
like to
pretty
say,
clear. It's going to be James and Greenwood, I feel.
yeah, exactly. Like that front three, it does pick itself because of the other squad issues. So
Yeah.
it will be Daniel James, Martial, and Mason. But it's just who lines up in which position. It is most likely going to be James on the left, Martial in the middle, and Mason Greenwood on the right, in my opinion.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
last
That's
season
natural.
we didn't start on a right foot, and this season needs to be a kickstarter, and that's the positive instinct which I have. I don't know whether we will crush the Leeds 11 or not, but definitely I'm expecting the 3 points grabbed at the Old Trafford in front of the fans. That is for
It's going
sure.
to make a huge
Definitely.
difference.
Yeah, and considering the preseason, the free kick is definitely still ringing inside my head. Bruno, I would love to see that
what
guy.
a fucking baller Bruno is, man. What a
Absolutely
shot
love.
that was.
That whole
Absolutely love.
preseason, it was a bit up and down, but it ended on the perfect note with that Everton game.
I think the last time anyone at Old Trafford celebrated a goal like that was when McTominay scored against City. That was
That
the last
was-
time it was full.
Yeah, pretty
And
much.
Yeah,
that
and
too, the
everyone
bars were
celebrated
set
it
high.
properly.
It was Man
Yeah.
City, bro. It was like highest of everything. But this was preseason, and we can definitely see how pumped up he is for the next season into his celebration as well. So,
Definitely. That
Exactly.
celebration
He's
said
ready
it
to
all,
lead
man.
us.
and saying about the celebration and talking about the team, we'll come to the opponents who are Leeds United, and definitely I adore their manager Marcelo Bielsa. But when it comes to United and any other thing, it will definitely be United at the top. So a couple of things to talk about Leeds, especially about the signings and getting the confirmation of Harrison from Man City. So that is definitely a boost for them. What are your thoughts about that, Roshan?
Yeah, like you said, the confirmation of Harrison going permanently from Man City is brilliant because it helps his continuity as such. He was on loan last season, and he was very important to their their pressing system and to their attack as well. So it was brilliant that they got that down as soon as possible. Then they signed Junior Firpo from Barcelona, who's
That is a
who's a bit of a
definitely
talent.
a good signing. Yeah.
It's a statement signing from them, and it's the perfect signing given that Özcan Alioski left for Turkey as well. So he's a like-for-like replacement.
Yeah.
However, I do think he suffered a knock in the previous, like at the end
Oh,
of
is it?
pre-seasons. I think so. I think I read something like that. So it's a 50-50 on whether he actually starts the Manchester United game. So those two signings
They
are
do
there,
have
and
Dallas who can start at that position. Right?
exactly that's the thing with Leeds. You never really know. Like you can only be certain of half the team. We'll come into that later.
Absolutely.
But yeah, those two transfers are there, and then to help back up because Kiko Casilla went to Elche on loan, they got Christopher Clayson from Valerenga as their backup goalkeeper as well. So overall, like for likes, and not much changed around, but then they don't need much changing around for what they do.
Yeah. And are there any news about fitness about Calvin Phillips? Because I haven't heard much about the medics going around at
The
Leeds.
reports are that he might start.
I
Definitely
think
on
he
the
should
bench.
be
There's
okay.
no doubt about that.
Yeah, exactly. I think
He's
he
gonna
I think
start,
he
I
should be
feel.
okay to start. Otherwise, they
Yeah.
have players like Robin Koch who played
Stroik and Dallas definitely can
exactly
come in.
Strike.
Even Klitsch
Exactly.
can be the player who can be fitting into that spot.
Exactly, yeah. Strike could be the natural replacement. Then you've got players like I think Shackleton. I think he came off with injury last time, so I don't know about him. But then you've got players like Liam Cooper or, like you said, Click, or there are a couple of others. It's a very flexible team. It's a very annoying team to
Absolutely.
predict.
That's where I was coming into. Like they have so much variation when it comes to the formation, and like they always started with a 4-1-4-1 kind of formation with Bamford leading the line and Rafinha on the right side of the wings and making the cut-ins and going for the farther corners and also. But it's definitely the movement which matters a lot because like they start with a 4-1-4-1, but it gradually comes down to a back three and a 3-3-1-3 kind of situation where forward three plays as a two wingers and a one striker, and one plays as a number 10, not a natural number 10, but a makeshift kind of a thing, like attacking kind of a midfielder who plays into that role. So we have seen that thing entirely into the last season, and my God, like Bamford, what an impact he had! Like almost like he had more than 15 plus goals, if I'm not wrong. And
Yeah, I
Rafinha,
think he was like the third or fourth
17 goals
scorer.
and 8 assists. But I'd
absolutely.
like to say that I am guilty of writing off Bamford last season
Don't
because I
worry,
saw
that's the
some.
thing. That's the thing, Prithviraj.
Yeah.
At the start of the season, no one expected Bamford to do anything.
Yeah.
Like he was very vocal about it on Twitter. How the critics were shunning him and everything. And I
Yeah.
think by the time he made his mark in the winter, he had the last laugh, and he just kept on going from there.
Definitely.
Yeah, and there is nothing too much talk about the back line. So Eiling will be leading the line, that's for sure, and Meslier will be in the goal for them. So it's a pretty fair team. Like what we saw the last season, there might be a couple of changes. That's all which we can say. So we don't
I
have
think
much to.
I think
blame
I'm
on.
worried about Bamford against Lindelof. That could be something to watch out for us.
To
Perhaps.
be honest, like it's not only Lindelof, but because it's the recovery.
The way
runs
Bamford
which-
moves into the box, and Lindelof has been susceptible in the air, and
By
I
the way,
don't know,
speaking
man.
about
It's
Lindelof,
just
speaking about Lindelof, I just want to give my congratulations to him for being named Sweden's new captain.
definitely,
Absolutely,
definitely.
absolutely.
That's
That is
well
something
deserved.
to be
one of
noteworthy.
the things he deserved, to be honest. And he had a very
Regardless of
beautiful tournament for Euros.
Yeah,
if
he
I'm
did.
not-
He did. That's
He
one
did, he
thing.
did.
Regardless of how he does at United, at Sweden, he is one of the main leaders in that team, and he showed it off. So
And like
congrats to him.
generally, like when it comes to the tag name which he gets, the Iceman, we never see that kind of a role when he plays for United. But when he represents the country, it's definitely the bang on thing which I can see, and I have seen that in Euros. So if if talking
he can
about that thing
translate that to
replicating
here,
into the United jersey, I would definitely be happy.
exactly, and especially with the centre back depth that we have, again, Rafael Varane obviously boosts that, but it also demotes Lindelof a bit, so he needs to work a bit harder on that as well. Otherwise, he may find himself with the likes of Bailly or Axel, who could be on the way out, being phased out in the
Yeah.
future.
Okay, so that's all
Let's
about the
do
fixture.
predictions.
But yeah, that's what I was coming to. So
Predictions.
what are you going with, Roshan, first?
This one's going to be tight. Obviously, United have had one proper game like we played 4 games in pre-season, but most of them were with the B team or with the younger players who we could see a glimpse of the future of. And only the last game against Everton was the first team. But even then, that was a really good performance. So I think I want United to win, and I think it'll be a 3-1. 3-1 to Manchester United.
Okay, so you're going 3-1. So definitely, I'm counting one Bruno goal, one Martial goal, and I don't know, James goal. If I'm not
Mason.
Mason. Okay.
Mason Greenwood.
The gunman on the right, definitely.
Gunwood.
Yeah. What about you, PC?
I think I'm going for a 3-goal thing, but 3-0.
How about the clean
I
sheet,
don't think we
clean sheet?
concede against them. Yeah,
Clean sheet's
I'm
gonna
going
be,
in for the
it'll do us
clean
wonders,
sheet.
I think.
I think it's a
Until-
Bruno brace incoming for us, and Mason scores the third one. That's what I feel will happen. I think it's a Bruno brace. He's poised to
Okay.
score tomorrow.
I wish to be I'm proven wrong, but I'm going 3-2 because it is a completely wide open game with
It'll be a
Lindelof in
tie
there.
one, that's for sure. That's one thing
It's-
that we
it's-
can. The one thing that we can
3-2
count on in
are-
this game is that we can't count on anything.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that said, fair and square. So we are all on the same side when it comes to winning for Manchester United, because like we have been sort of like having a different opinion when we did for the Euros and also. But when it comes to the club first, it's definitely United winning the
We want
game.
to put in first.
So with that,
Yeah.
we'll wrap up this a small stream before before the first game week. So with that, me, PC, and Roshan are signing off from the Voices of the
21
Devil.
is coming.
Hope so for that, and thank you
Fingers
guys.
crossed, guys.
Catch you soon in the next stream. Bye bye.